It's a moment so many people have been waiting for. Attorney General Bill Barr has submitted to Congress a 4-page letter with the principal conclusions reached by the Special Counsel Robert Mueller during his 2-year probe. So we now know the Special Counsel not only looked at whether or not the Trump campaign worked in concert with the Russians, but also looked at possible obstruction of justice by the president. So on Russian interference in the 2016 election, Mueller has concluded that although there were two main efforts by Russia to influence our election, and despite multiple offers from Russian-affiliated individuals to assist the Trump campaign, we're going to read from the letter now, the Special Counsel's investigation did not find that the Trump campaign or anyone associated with it conspired or coordinated with Russia in its efforts to influence the 2016 U.S. presidential election. As the report states, the investigation did not establish that members of the Trump campaign conspired or coordinated with the Russian government in its election interference activities. Now, the letter then goes into obstruction of justice. We're going to read that part now. The Special Counsel, therefore, did not draw a conclusion one way or the other as to whether the examined conduct constituted obstruction. The report sets out evidence on both sides of the question. The Special Counsel states, while this report does not conclude that the president committed a crime, it also does not exonerate him. Finally, the letter goes into whether or not the full report will ever be made public. So the letter says that my goal and intent is to release as much of the Special Counsel's report as I can, consistent with applicable law, regulations, and departmental policies. And I understand that the president has now spoken on this at the same time that Democrats this morning, before the letter was released, were saying that they will fight tooth and nail so the full report is released to the public, while Republicans were already claiming victory this morning and saying that it didn't matter what the report said because Democrats were already working to undermine the president. Let's listen.
Hopefully somebody's going to look at the other side. This was an illegal takedown that failed. And hopefully, somebody's going to be looking at the other side. So it's complete exoneration, no collusion, no obstruction.
I want to give it a fair consideration, and I hope and expect the American people to have the chance to do the same thing. But my point is, the extreme left in the Democratic Party, they have so much anger and hatred directed at the president that we're going to see the Democrats moving forward with impeachment, whatever the evidence. That's why you're seeing Democrats like Congressman Nadler saying, don't worry about crimes. Our focus is not crimes. That's just Bob Mueller's focus. Our focus is broader.
Make the request. If the request is denied, subpoena. If the subpoenas are denied, we will haul people before the Congress. And yes, we will prosecute in court as necessary to get this information.
So now, although the Special Counsel does not recommend any more indictments, this is far from the end of investigations into the president. There's the Michael Flynn investigation in the Eastern District of Virginia, the matter of WikiLeaks, investigations into Trump's inaugural committee, as well as into his taxes, into his family members and businesses. Many of those investigations being run right here in the Southern District of New York. So it is far from over. Back to you, Kaidi.
Okay, Christian, thank you so much.